Oh, but Gary is now walling the forest.
They could actually transport
he knows it's coming.
paladins into.
They could have transported it a long time ago. I mean, I don't understand why they didn't. They've had water control the entire game, and Argentina hasn't fought for water control at all.
Yeah.
I don't know, they haven't got water control, have they? I thought Argentina were in their docks, but it doesn't matter, there's nothing on the sea really.
Yeah, it's all about land and trade. I mean, sea is nice, but you're not going to get much at this point in the game. I mean, you have enough food, you're really just lacking the gold. And yeah, look at those walls from Gary. I think China has been too slow this entire game. Like, they have good ideas, but the execution has just been too slow, and it gives Argentina time to react.
Well, Licks Forever and Licks in Red had two bad fights there. They allowed the paladins to reach the plumes, the Mankadai were not close, so now they're in the defensive. And
yeah, I think they're focusing.
There's a massive bombard push as well by one.
Very Black Forest-ish sort of push.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think one wants to clear the trade route. They're forming a line really along the trade.
Yeah.
But that many bombard towers won't let them trade.
Well, not for now. But
well, better to have
they need
bombard
the area
towers as obstacles than enemy plumes.
Still a struggle for Licks to try and get in. Still hasn't managed to cut through.
Why did I am okay to send half his paladins into that hellhole?
Probably not paying attention.
Guess.
Probably focusing on the south because he's got some siege ramps coming in as well. So they're just trying to get into Gary's base again.
It's so funny, they're even cutting the forest now and Gary's still walling along the forest.
And they're now sending Juan now going there to drop some bombard towers. Oh, but this push is very strong from the Argentinian team. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 castles from Hong now, man.
Yeah, no, he got his plumes numbers up. That's definitely good. But it's still just the numbers. It's not enough plumes. It's not enough Mangudai. It should be double at least.
It's not.
Juan only has like 90 villagers working on those bombard towers.
Yeah, it's a lot of villagers here. And the markets are coming.
I mean it. 45 idols and 43 builders. 50 idols.
Well, he doesn't need to do anything else right now other than fight with bills, micro them a bit, and
Gary's swinging him all he will ever need.
They're going to be in Gary's very, very soon. Very soon.
We said that earlier.
No, they are actually going to be in Gary's now.
I wonder it hasn't happened yet.
You know, it's about time. It's only taken them an extra 30 minutes compared to when they should have been in.
One hit and he's open.
Oh my god, look at Gary lose villagers.
Well, he sent them in to die too.
I mean, Juan lose villagers.
Yeah, but he does that on purpose to distract the fire from the enemy. He blows his population, it's just what he wanted. Before you delete them, you can send them into the enemy as well.
My big worry in this is China is still not trading much at all. I mean, LX Forever had 4 trade carts at 51 minutes.
Yep, it's still looking thin.
In the map. Ridiculous.
On the other
hand, man, so many paladins now inside.
Argentina didn't have any trade at all. They're just starting now.
Yeah, but they've been dominant all game, so I've been expecting China to have been trading a lot more, and then they will eventually turn the tide and come back. I'm not so confident.
Oh, but now, look, after that pushback, all those bombard towers could go down, like, right now. Nikov is out of gold. Completely. Oh, God.
First trebuchet hitting a bombard tower.
Ashby, everybody's
Don't get in range of those towers, man.
You to lower your volume, you're way too loud for everyone. They're all complaining.
You're a bit louder.
But turn your volume down more quiet and more calm.
Oh God, look at that, look at that.
Why is Lix sending plumes right into the line of sight there from the range rather than from the bombard towers?
If those bombard towers go down, it's gonna be big trouble for the Argentinian team because they won't have trade. But down south, look at that now. I think now the Argentinian team can push down south because I don't see any army at all from.
Yeah, but Argentina themselves don't have much there. They have a few paladins, and they don't have the stone to push with bombard towers. So I don't see much happening in the south.
No, that was a complete failure by Ireland. They finally smashed their way in, and the instant they got in, Gary had rolled it straight back up again. Stupid.
Well, it looks like China manages to cut off the trade from Argentina again. That would be nice for them. Because
yeah, but it would be okay if they had like 40 trade cards each themselves, then I'd say yes, this is going to pay off, but they haven't.
Yep. But it's minute 55, the goals on the map should be exhausted by now, and little trade is still better than no trade, so if Argentina loses this, then it could decide
the problem is,
yeah.
No, but guys, about the sling, which you all said that Gary could do better. Well, Geoffrey has slung more than Gary.
Well, yeah, Gary.
He continued to sling.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure what Gary's been doing for a while.
Oh, and now that trade going down again. Deja vu.
Yeah, a lot of trade dying off there. It's just running in between bombard towers and Reva's plumed archers, and the Mangadai as well from Lix. Those siege rams as well coming in to take down those bombard towers. I mean, they have enough just because of the amount of gold that Nikov has right now, but no one else in the game really has much gold at all. Just Nikov. And his gold is going down really quickly, especially since he's losing trade, and Mongols are really gold heavy city, so.
I know we keep saying it, but this trade thing is the only thing, in my opinion, that's going to win this for China B.
Yeah, it's pretty much the thing keeping them in the game right now, actually, I would say. Looks like Gary's still swinging, so...
Oh, Lix, don't go for the markets, man. Don't go for the markets.
No, he's pulled back. It's a little late, but he's managed to get them back. He's still got to be careful though, because those Trebs as well as those Mangadai are sitting in range of some of those bombard towers. He has managed to get himself a castle up really close to the trade line, so that's super dangerous for the Argentinian team as well. And the markers are getting taken down at the same time. So this is actually a really nice push. I mean, it's slow, but it's whittling away that area from Argentina, and Nikov's gold is just going down. On the downside, Lix is now losing one of his castles towards the south because he's just not paying attention. all of his attention is being put into this push to deprive Argentina of trade because it's just that important right now.
Oh, now helps from Alex Forever to deal with any palace that arrive.
Yeah, he needs trash because everyone's looking so low on gold.
Oh man.
They're entirely relying on trade now, so the trade hasn't quite kicked in.
China have kicked in their trade a lot now, mind, so this could turn. This will turn.
It's not fully in swing yet. I mean, if you look at IMOK, he's making a lot of SAR, so clearly he doesn't quite have the goal to make full power yet.
I think he's running about 4 trade cards though, IMOK.
Yeah. Jeffrey's still slinging, I think, so Jeffrey can give him
trade
gold.
cards, which is not a bad number for this, so his gold will start to kick in.
Yeah.
IMOK has 47 trade units, so that's alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joffrey has 32. Lix has 26, could be higher. And Alex Forever is on 24.
Yeah, they're getting it now though. They were on like 4 and 10.
Yes.
Now it'll start
Argentina
to kick in.
still has a lot of trade cards though. I just had a look at it earlier.
Yeah,
and they've got
much,
Spanish trade as well.
Yeah, they got much higher numbers, but they got nowhere really to trade. That's their problem. They must be microing those trade units from different market to different market.
They're not bringing in the gold.
Mm-hmm.
So they will
Their
eventually
trade is getting jammed up in too many spots, man.
Yeah. If you look at the minimap, there's a lot of forest outside, then the lake in the middle is really big. It's not much space, really, to secure the trade route. It's so important, and Gary, his job was really to wall. He should have walled towards the edge there and to guarantee a good trade.
Well, that's actually really smart thinking from IMOK then. I mean, when I saw him walling, I wasn't sure why, but it all makes sense now. And really good foresight. I mean, that was
gonna
really
try to push down south.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get very far. I mean, IMOK's just got too many stables there. Lix has got castles, and Patton's got what, 5, 6 paladins, and that's it. I mean, it's not gonna help you push against the castle, and now they've completely lost the north. You can see how much it's hurting them as well, because Juan's going into elite skirms.
Yeah, the trade for Argentina is really messy.
Yeah.
If that next trade pot falls, it's gonna be pretty much GG trade.
Yeah, they could try to trade to Gary again, but it's really risky.
Well, if that first castle falls there from Nikov, then they're inside the trade again.
Yep.
For 1, Gary's side trade would be risky. For 2, there would be no space to trade.
And it looks like IMOK is actually slinging his gold to both Lix and to Alex Forever. I just saw him send 500 gold to each player. So his trade is kicking in, and now he's just mixing in Hussar so that Lix can continue to make the Mangadai and they get the Plumed Archers from Forever as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the score still shows Argentina, but China needs to really mess up to lose this game now. This is China's game.
To lose. And I think, yeah, they're definitely going to push down towards the south. You can see Nikov bringing in Trebs now. Lots of bombard towers going up for Juan. They want this corner to get rid of China's trade or to set up their own, or both, now because they have lost the top corner and they can't keep playing on if they don't get a corner to themselves. Because this trade is just terrible right now.
And look at those Plumed Archers sitting there and just picking out those trade cards one at a time.
Yeah, really nice positioning from Alex Forever up in the top corner between the archery range. But where are their Trebs taking down the castles? That's what I want to know. I'm moving forward now. Yeah. So they're going to take down that castle from Nikov, and I don't know. It's once again, it's been so back and forth, and it was like this in the other games as well.
Look at the wasting of Mangodai there.
Yeah, Lix didn't watch his Mangudai there, got hit by enemy Mangudai and Skirms.
Food, please.
Yeah. But down the south, it looks like a bigger push coming in from Nikov. Lix is about to lose that castle. Looks like I Am OK desperately trying to keep it up with some villagers, repairing it. But there are 2 trebs, and yeah, the castle's going to go down.
It's only 2 castles in the south, yeah. But still,
yeah,
time is money in this case. And Argentina
it's taking too long.
Needs the trade. That's really what they need right now.
Yeah. And I Am OK so close there as well, so he can defend there, even if Lix can't.
Lix, push.
Yeah, he's still playing safe, you know, he doesn't want to lose those Mangudai, he has to remass. They do take a while to remass. And he's going to drop a forward castle, okay. So that trade is going to be completely dead. Can't trade from there anymore. So Argentina just have to push down the south now. And it looks like somehow the castle from Lix will survive with the help from I Am OK. I'm sure he's going to move his Mangudai in soon to just snipe off those 2 traps, and then they should be fine there. And meanwhile, they're pushing really hard up the top as well. So all of a sudden, I thought Argentina had this for a long time. And somehow China managed to hold. I'm not sure how they held, but they held for long enough that Lix got back into the game. He's been playing quite well, I think, along with I Am OK.
And now the direction of trade changing, as said before.
Yep.
My brother's watching, and he just saw some skirms get flattened by a siege onager, and he was so excited.
It's one of the nicest things.
Back, I need to go fit the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, yeah, why is Patton on the water? What does he want to get from this with fire ships anyway? They're gonna do water trade?
Water in general is maybe not the worst idea to secure the shoreline, but fire ships with almost no range,
yeah.
I see the point.
Well, it clears out a few galleys quite easily. Lots of onages now from Nikov, so he's made the transition into siege onages. And he's just got to be careful because the paladins and hussar from I Am OK can pick them off quite easily. But on the other hand, if he lands a few good shots on Lix's Mangudai, then it's definitely worth it. As well as the elite plumed archers from Forever, because they're the main units that they're fighting up against right now. It's not I Am OK's paladins. But yeah, now Lix's going to run in and he's going to snipe off those traps. Treb's actually sniping off the Mangudai as well down to the south, and they continue pushing in. So where's Argentina's trade now?
Well, Gary has laid down some markets at his wall. Still, it's a very short trade line.
Yep, they had that originally. That was their original trade route until they got the corner up the top.
Yeah.
And then they changed it, so...
And that's what I thought when Juan and Nikov were pushing in the north. Juan immediately built that market, and I thought, that's maybe too confident here. We don't have the corner yet.
Well, it's kind of desperate as well. They did really have momentum at that point in time as well, so it makes sense that they wanted to get trade up quickly.
It made sense at that point.
And it's not like it's unexpected that China would be thinking that they'd be setting up trade there anyway. It's kind of obvious with China having the corner. But Nikov's done a good job with his siege onages. He's sniped off 4 trebs already at the front.
Oh,
another 2
shot.
went down, so that makes 4. Yeah. So he's done a pretty good job with those siege onages. And he keeps killing off Lix's Mangudai with them as well. Lix isn't microing it well enough.
I should watch
and he's
this
also losing the castle.
Argentina is holding somehow.
Yeah, it's kind of like before.
Yeah, they got loads of res left, Argentina. They're just going to lose space. Jeffrey's on his way to Imperial as well, so his army will eventually come.
16,000 wood, 13,000 food, and only 300 gold for Nico, for example.
Yeah, but I mean, China haven't got a lot of gold themselves, but I mean, Argentina are going to last for a while, basically, because the amount of res they got, but it'll slowly disappear, and the space will disappear.
Yep. I mean, China's not pushing very quickly, but they are taking land, bit by bit. And the Yuan has to buy stone now to build those bombard towers. So without the bombard towers, it's also quite difficult. So all their gold's going to have to go into that as well.
Bombards are so easy to kill with siege though, so unless he gets a decent army with his bombards, they're almost a waste.
Gold, please.
Yeah.
Gold, please.
Now the trade for China looks really nice. Just looking at it.
They've got some buildings in there, but it looks like I'm OK had a TC in the middle, which he's deleted. So it's looking much cleaner already. And they do need stables there, just in case Argentina tries to push in there. So not something that they should probably delete off. But what I would like to see is maybe some more forward stables from IMOK. I mean, he's been running across the entire map the whole game, all the way from his base, to try and fight on the other side of the map. And now they have space.
I'm wondering why Alex Forever is going towards the south with his siege runs, while the trade is really in the northern side of the...
I don't think they see that. And there's... I'm not sure either. Maybe
you
he
should
just...
see it. They have hussars there.
Maybe they want to take down the castles first. I mean, right now, Argentina's trade is bad enough that maybe they're not too worried about it, and they just want to push in. And that's where the castles are, that's where all the military buildings are. If they can stop Argentina from making military up at the front, maybe they think the push will get easier.
It's starting to look bad now. There was another big shot hitting the Mangudai from Litz.
Hey guys.
Yeah, Argentina throwing in everything there in the north.
Yeah, Lix just keeps losing Mangudai to siege onagers now. I'd almost like to see him add a few more of his own just to counter
Argentina
them as well.
is still ahead. Oh my god.
Yeah.
In score, yes.
They're winning at the moment. I don't know why.
Yeah,
what is China team doing?
Well, Litz asked for gold earlier, and I'm looking now. He has only 160 in the bank. They should be swimming in gold at the moment with their trade.
IMOK is swimming in gold, basically. Nikov actually has quite a lot of gold as well. So, Juan and Patton both also having quite a bit of gold, despite the shorter trade route. And that, like I said before, the Spanish trade.
Their trade numbers as well. Harry's got 85 trade units.
Yep.
You know, he's double. Ikov is 60.
Yeah.
I think Jeffrey will win this game when he finally comes into it.
Jeffrey's on 193 pop, what the hell?
He's Imperial as well, now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now it looks like, what's happening on the other side down towards the south? It looks like Lix and IMOK wanted to go for a bit of a push, but it's failed.
Jeffrey
is making galleons.
Yeah, he has 12 warships. He's sailing towards Argentina. But he definitely has too many lumberjacks. Was it 71 checking? Yeah, okay, he's killing them now. It's going down to 54. But he has 20,000 wood.
He's saving the wood.
Well, you can get quite a few galleys with 20,000.
He could sell a lot of that, get some gold.
He could fill that lake.
Yeah. I think the Argentina map at some point is just going to become full of trade units.
I don't know, man. In which miraculous planet is this happening? I mean, from where have Argentina come back?
They didn't come back from anywhere. They've always had the resources. It's just China needed to push up top and take that down.
I think whichever team is pushing is losing a lot more. And neither of the teams seems able to push forward too much. Like, they'll gain some ground, but then they'll get pushed back, and then very back and forth, and now it's just kind of come down to, well, actually, it looks like a push from Nikov and Patton down towards the south. And the siege rams can cut through the trees there, and then China's trade will be exposed.
Yeah,
so they can do a bit of damage here. It is exposed.
I don't think they're seriously pushing, they're just trying to raid the trade there.
Mm-hmm. I just don't know what Jeffrey's doing.
Yeah, let's see what these... Well, he has some galleons hitting a dock from Putin. What for? Don't know.
Yes.
Go in siege engineers as
Patton
well.
is massing elephants.
Interesting call. Well, yeah, everyone is popped. They definitely have the food.
Yeah. But all those... this game for me, it's been all about Nikov's siege and onages towards the end, because he keeps killing off so many Kundanchas, so many Mangudai with his siege onages.
Yeah.
And the China team just hasn't used them as efficiently in terms of micro... I mean, they've even had more paladins there just to kill
Oh
them
my
off,
god, that
still...
one onager shot!
Yeah. Well, it's good shots from both teams there. Good onager micro.
It's probably laggy, so it's very difficult to control your other units anyway.
Yes.
Is Jeffrey gonna cannon galley them all?
I hope so, because that's pretty much the only thing that's going to do anything for them at this point in the game.
Those siege workshops and cannon galleys. And let the rest do their armies.
Yeah. I mean, what else is he going to do with galleons? He's just sitting at the shoreline doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what does China have to counter elite war elephants?
Well, Mayans could always get help.
Mayans, yeah. Go halps, can't he?
Yes.
But if Patton manages to mass enough, is the question, and then they can just push all the way in. I think that's the idea. That's why he's not doing anything else right now. Just gonna mass for a bit.
If Jeffrey goes and galleys though, then Patton's gonna lose his castles anyway, so he won't be producing elephants for long.
Yeah. IMOK has a lot of gold. I mean, it looks like Juan is slinging Patton, gold, and food as well, so they're going to make sure that he gets all of those elephants.
To be honest,
and masses a lot of them.
I'm not really happy with IMOK's performance. His lowest score, 159 population. What is he doing really? Has he taken the role from Gary now, just having massive trade and slinging gold? Joffrey.
I don't know, he's not making anything either. Not using his stables.
Joffrey's going transships as well. He's thinking of something.
Yeah, I was looking
Cannon
at the
galleons
shoreline.
and transport ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, cannon galleons,
Coming
you have
in.
to make them. Obviously gonna go for the castles first.
He could land there at Pottin's area.
But what's he upgraded army-wise if he lands? He hasn't even got a barrack.
There goes
I
a
assume
Patton
he'd
with
be
like
landing-
10-12 elephants.
Oh, with the
Yeah, I
Vikings,
assume he'd be landing his teammates' units over there. It wouldn't be
with
his own
Vikings,
units.
all you need is siege rams really to make a
I
fast
suppose, yeah.
effect there.
And he is starting to take down the castles from Patton as well. Patton doesn't have many castles, so the elephants without castles, just 2 castles, is not going to be that effective either.
Yeah, he's
He's
training
throwing down
those
his
troops.
but... Yeah, I don't know what IMOK's doing. He's still on 160 pop. I don't see him using any of his... He's built some stables in Forever Space now, so he's making paladins down towards there. He's got 4 of them there, another one up. He's got about 8 stables, and it looks like Forever's transitioning into Elite Eagles.
Was about to say. Interesting now. It's mainly skirms, Mangudai, and even light cavalry is bad against them. Paladins is
Yeah,
should count
and
them.
halves as well.
Persians
If
get
you look-
weakened.
And
You look at
And
them.
he's not
Alex
doing
Forever
anything.
makes the switch to Eagles now.
We've just heard that. You were saying,
I was
Toph,
going to say, if you actually look at the economies, Argentina have still got by far the best economy, even with a really poor trade position.
Yep. Spanish trade. I'm telling you, it's powerful.
Yeah, but not just trade. I mean, you look food, you look at the wood, you look at the stone, you look at the hops.
I mentioned
That's
earlier.
too much then, I think.
I mentioned earlier, why is China B fighting here towards the south, the water, when the trade for Argentina is up north there? It's just a few tiles difference, but they're pushing in the wrong spot. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, I can tell you this much. I think that if Paladin was in this game, they would be. Oh, look! They've transported the plumed archers from Forever down the Jeffries
Yeah,
transport
to
ships.
run-
They're in
run-
pattern space.
To run
Yeah.
through the two castles.
I know,
Awesome.
because he hasn't taken them down.
Yeah, and he's gone with the 2 cannon galleys against 2 fire ships. Not. Have they?
Oh, man.
Is it bedtime in China?
Not yet.
Somebody tucked Jeffrey in and the China team in.
Very
Nice.
dysfunctional play from China in this game, at least, man. Very dysfunctional.
Wow. I don't know what's going on. This is a long game. I almost feel like by this point, where is he going with those plumed archers?
Looking for the trade, I guess.
Yeah, he's running into elephants. Plumed archers versus elephants.
I lost them.
I don't see
Where
that
did-
ending well.
Enemy now.
Where did they go?
They're stuck in between 2 elephants.
The plumes have been smashed by 2 elephants.
You see
I
them?
do.
They're in between the walls between Nikov and
The water and the walls, just in the middle of
yeah.
Nikov and Juan.
Be wiser for Jeffrey to smash the castles down and then lands 3 transport ships full of plumes. Might have done something. Ashby, the people on the
don't
street
even-
are still asking for you to turn down your mic volume.
Those elephants are proving to be a big difference.
Ashby, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you mind turning down your mic volume a little? They're still
Oh,
asking
sorry.
for it on the stream. Thank you.
Better?
We'll find out when they hear you next. Yeah.
Strong push from Argentina in the north right now.
Yep. Those war elephants, I mean, they soak up so much damage.
And Licks again.
And Jeffrey, what's he doing? He's still not killing the castles with his cannon galleons. He's shooting a bloody mill. Why? And yeah, Nikov asking Juan to make a lot of traps. 100 traps, apparently. Because 100 is a nice number. And yeah, those elephants are carrying through everything. Lips has just lost the castle.
Paladins allowing them to go away from the Mangudai though. The halberdiers are just raping them.
Yeah. It's not great army control.
There's a lot going on, obviously.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, it's also probably lagging pretty badly as well. But I'm just looking at the resources for Juan. Why does he have 3,000 gold?
Probably sold a load. Building up ready.
Yeah,
Enemy gold.
and Patton's still trying to repair those castles because they're basically all he has. He's got those 2 castles and 1 more somewhere towards the north. I saw him building it. 3 castles making elite war elephants, and it's already made such a difference.
Attack an enemy now.
And
that
they're pushing
was-
back into forever space.
Attack
Jeanette
an
was
enemy.
saying about MOK's play earlier. Yeah, that's right. He's sitting on like 1,000 gold, 6,000 food,
Yeah.
and he got 1 paladin being made, and he's 160 cop.
I
What
don't
is he
know.
actually doing?
I'm checking now.
All I know is he's gonna get some crap when the game finishes.
Enemy now.
He's queuing siege rams again in the south, but at this point they should... honestly, they were pushing so fast, and if they went for those markets in the north, Argentina would be probably GG by now.
But he's making siege rams, but where's the dozens of paladins to go with it that his resource says he can make? That's the bit I don't get.
And Lix is losing castles to siege onagers now. So you know it's pretty much over when you're losing castles to siege onagers.
It's a lot of siege onagers there.
Yeah, and look who's cutting through the south. Nikov's going to cut through the south, and they're going to kill off Chanabe's trade. So it was Chanabe's game to lose, and they've just lost it, I think.
Huge game
The
changer.
GG will be called right now, I would say, at least.
Yeah,
They're not gonna
right
call
now.
GG.
It's a big tournament. Not GG yet, but it's pretty close.
Pretty poor play by I Am Okay. I hate blaming anyone, but he's really let him down the bottom of this map.
And Jeffrey hasn't been that great either for me. I don't know what he's been doing.
Oh, it's still nice to see that, or a nice reminder that if you don't watch your army for 30 seconds, you lose a big battle, everything changes again.
I Am Okay went and did exactly as we said. He released all those siege rams he made with no army to back it up at all, and 2 onagers are just smashing them all.
Now the Monk Rush from
Nothing with
the
them.
Chinese team.
It's to deal with the elite war elephants because they just can't kill them too many. And now Lix is going to struggle to make his Mangudai because he just lost 3 castles at the front, and that's where all of his castles were. So he's got 2 castles left, I think. And as Mongols having only 2 castles is pretty much useless.
China should
He's got
definitely
3.
delete the markets right now. Oh wait, no, there's Lix with his Mangudai.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's still not looking good because now we see Juan transitioning into Paladin, so he's finally doing something different, and now the push is going to be that much stronger. He was just pushing in with Vills before, and they were still managing to push.
I mean, what do you do to counter elephants, Mangudais, and paladins? Along with helps.
Yeah, as long as Nikov brings in fresh Mangudai and siege onagers, it's a very strong combo. I think the game must be laggy for all players. Kinda.
Yeah, it's so late, and there are so many units on the map, and so many dead units, and
Kinda explains some onager shots.
An enemy now.
yes, it's probably laggy to begin with, just because of Argentina versus China B, but now even more so.
Food, please.
I still don't see any sense in those galleons which Joffrey has.
Yeah, I've stopped looking. They're not doing anything there.
Yeah, I don't understand it from Jeffrey, but well, it feels like it's finally over. I mean, this is a big push. Forever's just lost half of his base here, so he's about to lose more castles.
And now
he's got 3
elephants are
castles
now
together.
going south, guys. Elephants are now going south.
Enemy now.
Yeah, I'm more interested in like 15 siege rams from Nikov coming in towards the castles from Forever. They're just going to sweep through the entire area. There's nothing that they can stop.
Lix should really bring in siege onagers there. Against Mangudai and siege rams, nothing else he should do really.
He just hasn't had enough siege onagers the entire game.
Well,
He's
took some
made
good
about half the amount of Nikovs.
That's definitely true, yeah. He had some, but should have been more.
Yep.
Lix is massing up north, but in the south they're losing castles. More army buildings.
I don't know, man. That looks like the last castle from Alex Forever.
Yes, it is.
No, he's got
no,
two
second
more,
last.
but
He's got 2 more.
Microphone muted.
but those are just going down. One of them is being trapped down, and the other one is probably his last stand.
I'm just waiting for the GG call because it's pretty much GG now. I'm sure they're going to call it soon because they just can't hold. They can't push. They're going to lose trade. They're losing in the north, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a strong push coming in through the south as well. And it looks like those war elephants from Patton are paying off.
What is Lix doing? Okay, now he's moving towards the south, finally.
No, but what is he going to do against
They're not
those
Alex
siege on?
Forever.
Oh, right. Oh, he's lost his castles. There's not much he can do anymore. They've managed to kill most of the siege rounds, but they've lost all of their army. And Lix is sitting on 2 castles now, one of which he bought with gold. So that's quite an expensive castle. And as Mongols, I mean, 2 castles isn't enough to begin with, but if he loses these 2, it's just... Mongols are useless without it.
Yeah, but anyway, Mangudai against war elephants need siege rams now. Siege onagers.
There's some awful background noise with somebody. I'm not sure if it's you, Helen.
Well, wait, let me...
Is it just me hearing it?
I don't hear it.
Oh.
Is it a fan or something? Because my computer's been pretty loud.
I don't know. Sounds like hissing, and then sometimes loads of like traffic or a big car going past.
Yeah, it
Well,
could be my Mac.
There is the occasional car driving by here. But if it's me, sorry.
Yes.
Good God, that just looking at those elephants and Mangudai.
China B just called it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say they're out of reds pretty much.
Yeah, nothing they can do. They're out of land, they're out of resources.
Excellent game. Well played by Argentina, I think. I think China lost the game, but Argentina definitely forced their hand and played really well. I enjoyed that game.
Yeah. Pretty crazy game.
Wow.
Joined your channel.
Looking at the achievements here, I think it's worth it after this game. Okay, military. Nice one for Nikov. 1,500 units killed, only 600 lost. Buildings raised from Juan, 61. And he also lost 60.
Well, most of them were those bombard towers. 100 vills making bombard towers. One had 100 trade units.
Gary's slinging 12k, and I am okay was actually slinging 25,000. So he has been slinging more than I thought, at least, which is weird. Joffrey, for example, only slung 9k. It's really surprising. Why would you not leave the slinging to the Viking and get more army as Hans?
I don't know, it's just normally it's just extra resources which you can't use, or something which the Viking doesn't have, then someone needs it, that you send it away, you know, late game. At that part of the game you just don't think that who's slinging who, and you just send whatever resources you have extra.
Looking at the trade profits, only Putin is on 16,000. Strikes me is that Lix is only on 20,000. He had all the chances in the world to get a nice trade, and Gary, for example, is leading with the short trade. Argentina has 34,000 trade gold.
I saw Juan with like 96 trade units at the end of the game.
Yeah, Juan doing well. 28k here. China should have definitely made more out of that trade. First, more trade for themselves, and second, hit the trade from Argentina, I think.
I would say that
game.
Argentina's choice of picking Spanish very much saved them in that game.
True, that's a big difference.
Because without the Spanish, their trade would be so much weaker. That much difference there would be, man. They were having almost the same trade difference as the Chinese team until they had moved their trade for the second time